Hey guys, getting on doing another alternative take from what I would normally do on my Kaiju of a Journey of a Kaiju Samurai. Forgive me. Um, Toxic fandoms. I have had a lot of people that have been surprised that over the last 5, 6 years, when they find out that I have not watched the latest Doctor Who, most of the latest Star Trek, the latest TV series and stuff of Star Wars, and not being to where I can want to read comics as much as I used to. I used to do a podcast for, doing on Marvel comics and the movies. And I have not, the last Marvel film I saw of the regular MCU was Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Before that was the the latest latest Spider-Man film, which kind of tied into the Doctor Strange. Then the Fantastic Four, Captain America: Brave New World, and Thunderbolts have come out. Have not seen them, nor I only own Captain America: Brave New World because I like Captain America. But I have not sat down and watched the films yet. Because I got sick and tired of hearing complaints of it's woke, it's this, it's that. They're not doing it right. They're but right about it. It kind of just sucked the interest out for me. Um, Doctor Who. That's kind of self-explanatory if you know about the last two main actors who have played the Doctor, aside from the little bit of a return with David Tennant as the 14th Doctor. Talking about Ncuti Gatwa and Jodie Whittaker. Now, some of Jodie Whittaker stuff I didn't like, not because her as the Doctor was the writing, but all I heard was, it's Nurse Who, it's not Doctor Who, it's too woke, it's this, it's that. Mm. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Same with now. Ncuti, I didn't get to where I could watch him yet, even though what little I've seen of him. He was a damn good choice to play as the Doctor. Again, I might have issues with the writing and that kind of thing. But all I heard about Ncuti Gatwa, it's too woke. They shouldn't have done it. They should have did blah, blah, blah. You did better, blah, 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 blah. Again, sucked out any interest or joy for me to want to watch it. I am just now getting to where, since a lot of that has died down, and I've been able to get physical copy of Ncuti, I'm going to give him a try, a proper try. I don't have to worry about hearing all the BS in the background. Star Wars, almost everything. I can't remember everything because my brain's going stupid. But the Acolyte, Skeleton Crew. Can't be happy that we got new material. Can we? I remember when Last Jedi came out, and yes, it had it had a lot of issues. I personally liked it for the most part. Then I had somebody at that time, it was the beginning of the sucking of the enjoyment out for me at that time. They said, "Oh, if you like Last Jedi, you're not a true Star Wars fan." And I told the person on the group that I was in, "Okay, did you get to see Star Wars A New Hope in its first run in 1977? No, I wasn't. Then you're not a real fan." I fired it back at them. They didn't like that. Star Trek. Oh, God, Star Trek. I'm not going to do the whiny voice because we already know. Now, Starfleet Academy has been the main vocal point of it. The only thing I would have issue with that is because it's in that dumbass timeline with Star Trek Discovery, and it's 1,000 years in the future. I'm not going to, I have my own issues with Discovery because it went from, I had hope for a brand new Star Trek series, and then they went back at the time about 5 or 4, so many years before the original Star Trek, and I'm like, why do we have to have another goddamn prequel? And then they pushed them 1,000 years into the future, and of course by that time I stopped watching. Only reason why I got back into watching Star Trek was Strange New Worlds, because even though I knew it was a prequel, it felt like proper Star Trek to me. But I still heard people going, no, what? And I'm like, guys, if you don't like something, then go back to the stuff that has been before and enjoy it. Quit making everybody else's life a living hell. I'm happy that we've gotten new Doctor Who, new Star Trek, even if I may disagree with it. There are people that like it. Same thing with Star Wars. Man, Mandalorian was awesome. Same with Andor, even though at first people were like, it's too slow and it's not blah, blah. And I'm like, but once it got going, the complaints I heard went out the window. Ahsoka has been pretty good. Granted, it would help if I'd watched the Clone Wars and the animated stuff to help appreciate it more. That's not what I do. That's just me, and that's all I'm going to say about it. And even the Acolyte, I was getting interested in until all the BS that came out from it. I'm 54 years old. Yeah, and I know you would think I would be the old curmudgeonly schmuck that would be complaining about how nothing's as good as it was back in the day. I remember the outcry when Next Generation came out until once they got settled in and people quit bitching about it, even though I know there are still fans that think the only real Star Trek is TOS and all the movies with the original crew. Your opinion, and that's fine. I respect that as long as you're being respectful. Let's be happy we got all this out there. Okay? Quit bitching and moaning. If you don't like it, fine. But don't go stupid. Star Trek has always been, in some form or another, woke. Same with Star Wars. Same with Doctor Who. Good Lord, folks. It's just entertainment. Or, like when, I'm playing Fortnite and people are like, oh, it's just, this and, But anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is toxic fandom needs to stop because it's killing everything. It's killing my enjoyment. It's killing enjoyment, and we're bringing in brand new people, which if we don't bring in the brand new people, the stuff's going to die. Just appreciate and be happy that we've gotten stuff, but that's just not going to happen. But anyway, hope everybody's had a good day. I'll do another alternative post later, and I'll try not to be, critical or gripey. Well, I'm going to try to do an actual review. It will depend on what I'm watching. But have a good week, a good day, and for the rest of y'all, the secret is to bang the rocks together, guys.